What is going on, YouTubeverse? John Stanek from Johnny Radio here, bringing you another ranking video, and today we are discussing the great Radiohead and their albums from worst to best. They only have 9 albums to their name. Hopefully one day they'll have a 10th, but for now we have The Smile and some other side projects, which is a great thing. It's no Radiohead, but hey, we'll take it, right? But hey, let's not waste any time. Let's get right to it. At number 9, Pablo Honey, the debut from 1993, and a great one. You know, just Creep alone put them on the map. And you got some other really good songs on here like You and Ripcord and Blowout. And if you watch the Live at the Astoria concert from 1995, a good half of that concert is from Pablo Honey, and it stands up to a lot of the material from the Bends as well. I just think it's their least good album, but hey, what's that say? Radiohead, man, they're one of the best to ever do it and have, I think, probably the best discography of all time as far as overall quality. So this is just the beginning, so let's get to number 8. A Moon-Shaped Pool from 2016 and their most recent album. So we have already their first and their last. A lot of people would rank this much higher. I know I'm going to catch some flack for this one, but I got to say, I don't go back and listen to this album as a whole very often. And I think that's due to kind of the sad, melancholic undertone to this album, even more so than other Radiohead albums. And it makes sense because of what Thom Yorke was going through at the time. But even True Love Waits, which is one of my all-time favorite Radiohead songs, the version of this, just the very sparse piano version at the end of this album, it's a little too slow and sad for my taste. I enjoy the live acoustic version much more, but there are some great songs on here, like The Numbers is fantastic. You've got Daydreaming, Burn the Witch. It's just, as I said, not one I go back to as often, so that's why I ranked it this low. But now at number 7, The King of Limbs from 2011. I know a lot of you probably would have ranked this a little lower, but I really love this album. I love all these albums, let's be honest. But this is one that I do go back to pretty frequently for songs like Bloom, which is just majestic, and also like just the rhythmic stuff on the whole first side of this album. Also Lotus Flower, very cool. And then you get some of these just amazing ballads that really hit hard, like Codex and Give Up the Ghost. And it's a short, concise 8-track record, but one that I think, you know, as soon as it's over, you want to go back and listen to it again because there's some real gems on here. Although I would have loved for it to have been a little longer because some of the B-sides that they released, like the Daily Mail, are fantastic. And you're like, why was that not on this album? So some question marks, definitely not in the top tier, but a very strong number 7 on this list. So now at number 6, Hail to the Thief from 2003. Oh man, another album that I love. I can't believe it's this low on the list, but hey, I mean, there's other Radiohead albums that I love more, but man, this whole thing, all 13 tracks are so great on here, from 2 + 2 = 5. All the way through to A Wolf at the Door, which is a great closing track and something that's a little unusual. And definitely Radiohead, you could tell they're having fun in the studio. This was recorded in California, all in like, I think a 1-week span. And it kind of shows because, you know, stylistically, it's all over the map. You got a Punch Up at a Wedding. That's like this cool groove. Plus, you've got Sail to the Moon, just one of their most beautiful piano ballads. Tracks like The Gloaming and We Suck Young Blood, really weird. Man, there's just so many songs to love on here, especially Mixtomatosis. Such a bizarre synth-heavy rocker, but yeah, it's like just ultimate Radiohead. You got the best of both worlds, some rock and guitar stuff, as well as, you know, just some totally weird stuff. And yeah, gotta love it. So that's my number 6. Now at number 5, Amnesiac from 2001, the follow-up, if you will, to Kid A. At one point, this was my favorite Radiohead album because I remember when this came out, I just loved everything about it. I saw them on the Amnesiac tour, so that probably had a lot to do with it as well. But man, songs like Pyramid Song, just unbelievable. The closer, Life in a Glass House, Knives Out. I mean, just so many cool songs on this record. The way it opens with Packed Like Sardines in a Tin Box. What a song title, man. But yeah, this was essentially recorded in the same sessions as Kid A, and they're not by any means B-sides. I mean, like every song on this album kills. Even the Polk Pull, Revolving Doors, and Hunting Bears, these weird little instrumentals, they are somehow mesmerizing and cool, even though they're totally bizarre. And You and Whose Army, another great one. I could go on and on about this album. I might be wrong. I mean, every track is great, and that's just my number 5. So now at number 4, Kid A from 2000, the one that came right before Amnesiac, and the album that a lot of people probably would rank a bit higher. This one, I just remember when it came out, I was so puzzled by it, like OK Computer was this huge anthemic, alternative rock album. And then they went totally in another direction. And there were a couple songs, especially like the title track, that had me scratching my head like, is this even music? But as time went on, I learned to love it more and more, and my God, like where it excels, it's amazing on songs like the National Anthem with its like acid jazz, just craziness. And then you've got Idiotech, which is just a brilliant track, just one of Radiohead's absolute best. How to Disappear Completely, Everything in Its Right Place. It's amazing, and it really sets a mood of like, just look at the album cover, Ice Age coming, just like the fear and dystopian kind of lyrics throughout the record. Just make it this cohesive mess that is the great Kid A. And that's just my number 4. So now at number 3, In Rainbows from 2007. Got to love In Rainbows, man. And this is just like everything consolidated into a perfect 10-track, and in any order this album works as well. Like, oh my God, man. Reckoner, one of my favorite Radiohead songs. All I Need, just brilliant, like slow grooving. And watch it, the live from the basement of this album, because it'll really make you appreciate these songs more. But every single song on this album has something beautiful to offer. You've got Body Snatchers, a great rocker. You've got Nude, a great just slow moving ballad that builds and builds. Weird Fishes, Arpeggi is just magnificent. I love every song on this album, and it's a wonder to me that it's not higher, but there are 2 that are even better in my book. So now at number 2, The Bends from 1995. Oh my God, I love this album so much. I mean, from the title track to High and Dry to Fake Plastic Trees, like this album influenced me as a musician more than like most other albums when it came out. And I was late in the game, really, to Radiohead, especially the Bends. Like, I didn't get into them until after OK Computer became huge, like late 90s. But man, when this album connected with me, it did in such a huge way. I think Tom York just really, as a singer-songwriter on this album, with his heart on his sleeve on all these songs, was just incredible. And then some of the most rocking moments with Johnny Greenwood being like the ultimate guitar hero on tracks like Just or My Iron Lung. I mean, oh my God, every single song. And then Street Spirit Fade Out, amazing closer on this record with Tom York. If you've seen them perform this live, he's doing that whole arpeggiated thing while singing. Just such an underrated guitar player that Tom York is, on top of being just one of the most amazing vocalists, which he really shines on every track on this record. And yeah, I would have put it higher, but there is one greater, and that is... OK Computer from 1997. The hype is real, folks. This is just a perfect 10 out of 10 record. This album was the one that once this connected with me, which it took a few lessons to do, but it was really the closing track, The Tourist, which I think is one of the greatest album closers of all time. Just incredible, and it really gets the message of this album across with the simple chorus of "Hey man, slow down, idiot, slow down." I became obsessed with this record. Like, I listen to it all the time. Songs like Karma Police work on their own as just one of the coolest singles of the 90s. Plus, just cohesively, the message of the record, and Paranoid Android, oh my God, an amazing 6+ minute opus. Just every single song on here, no surprises, Lucky. I mean, and most of these songs that I'm mentioning are on the second half of the album. Even Fitter Happier, which just has, you know, this computer talking with really sad music, it works in just a brilliant way and gets that message across that, like, we're becoming more and more connected to computers and more disconnected to each other. And man, they were ahead of their time with this message. That couldn't be more true today. And yeah, Radiohead, just incredible. Their discography, like I said, I'd say even better than the Beatles overall. As just like, there's not a weak album here, but if I had to rank them worst to best, that's my ranking, folks. So let me know in the comments below what you think. What would your ranking be? And hey, what do you think of this ranking series so far? I'm going to probably do some more in the near future. Led Zeppelin's probably coming up next. Let me know, too, in the comments some other rankings you'd like to see. We also have some tier lists on the channel and things of that nature. Of course, we got top 5s every Friday, album reviews, so much more. Thank you for watching, and as always, Viva la Vinyl. So guys, thanks so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and be sure to ring the bell for notifications so you can always see great quality content like you're seeing on the screen right now. Thank you so much for supporting Johnny Radio, and I'll see you soon.